This week, I'm really excited to share with you our new research into the practical implications of hybrid working when people are spending less time on the trains and more time working from home. Now, this is based on our work in financial services, in management consultancies, law firms, agencies, and others. I presented it last week at Barclays, and the newsletter includes a full breakdown of all the categories, but there's a couple of big headlines that I want to share with you today. Before next week, we're going to focus on some of the solutions. Now, we're filming on Wednesday, and rumour is everywhere that Boris Johnson is about to do a dead cat bounce and tell everyone they're working from home again to distract from the Christmas party-orama.
Last Christmas we kept you apart, but the very next day we parted away.
If that's the case, don't worry, we're going to be coming back to hybrid next year, and this is going to give you time to plan. The big news is that the unwritten employment contract between employees and their leaders has been totally reset by employees. Employees have reset their whole lives around working from home. They prize their days at home. They value them, they treasure them. Many of them are happy to come into the office sometimes as well, but their priority is to hold on to those working from home days tightly. Now, the difficulty for bosses and leaders is that they much prefer the offices and that they feel that they have lost control. People used to go into the office, turn up, be visible, 8:39, leave at the end of the day, everybody knew where things were. Now bosses are hearing things like, oh no, I can't do that client call, I've got to do the school run. Oh no, I've got dog training in that session. Actually, that's a regular class that I go to.
Float your smaller dog up towards the sun.
Now, employees think that that is absolutely fair enough because they have no boundaries the other way either. They will accept a conference call at 10 p.m. from New York that they wouldn't have been expected to do previously. So they feel that the deal has been reset, that work is getting plenty of their time, but that they have some freedom and some choices. Bosses are finding that incredibly difficult to manage, and as you might expect, many of them edge towards, well, perhaps then we should be going back to the office more often, getting on more of these trains. But employees really don't want that. And of course, we've still got the issue of churn. Employees saying, actually, if I'm not given the opportunity to stay at home, I will go somewhere else. And then we've seen before the confidence that they have to go and do that from the data from Randstad. So there's a huge amount going on here and a huge amount to understand. There's two other things that I think it's important to mention. One is that there are more barriers to going back into offices. There are lots of complexities, booking desks, always being in the wrong place, having your stuff all over the place, heavy laptops, losing things, having to do COVID tests, show lateral flows. All of this is making the office less appealing, and that's something to really bear in mind. The other factor that I think is fascinating is that people feel very watched, even in remote. I spoke to one woman whose husband had actually made a device that moves his mouse all of the time so that he never goes to green on his status and doesn't get floods of it incoming. And yet we saw the data last week from Catalogue showing that only 1 in 4 of us actually feels visible and that work is visible. There's a lot of contradictions within this. Now, there's a lot more in the report. If you're on the newsletter, you will have seen much more of it, and I'm happy to share it with anybody who gets in touch with me. The key thing, though, to think about is what actions do we take to address some of these challenges and to smooth out this process. That's what we're going to focus on next week. I would love to hear your views, your takes. Please send them to me. I read everything. If you send me video, I'll try and include that as well. I'll quote you if you want to be quoted, but we're going to end the year with some solutions of how we make hybrid work better for more people. For anyone hoping that hybrid might be something that fades into the distance next year, I've got bad news. Your train has left the station. See you next week.